How's everybody? This is the Erroneous One here with a Kingdom Hearts Union Cross video. Going over the recent updates. Again, a bit late, do apologize, but, again, school and work, man. School and work. It's eating up all my time. Well, let's start pretty quick. Number uno, which is pretty cool, we got the new power boosters here, the new Winnie the Pooh power boosters, which you also get a total of 1,000 jewels from. Nice little touch there. Extra jewels is always a nice thing. I'm assuming, well, let's see, complete, so it's 10 quests to receive the power boosters in total, probably be 40 altogether, total 1,000 jewels, temporary, yeah, we know the power boosters, okay, so that's what they're saying there. It might be something that was kind of similar to the previous one, where we got the, magic boosters. Those are actually kind of, not that one, sorry, actually kind of difficult, especially towards the end. Having to beat those enemies within 28 seconds and then that Blizzard Lord within 34 seconds was a challenge for a lot of players, even if you're a player who spent money in the game. The Blizzard Lord wasn't anything that was easy to get past. We all have problems with that. And I still haven't found a really good player-friendly setup for it yet, though I am still looking. I'm going to do my best to get one out a day or two before the event ends. I'm still looking, but again, nothing so far has worked. I've gotten close to it within 35.6, 36 seconds, but nothing that's actually going to get done before that 34-second marker just yet. But I'll keep on working on that. Cool thing we did get now, and this is actually kind of cool, something I do want to talk about, is the Toon Santa Roxas is here. So I guess during the event, they were talking about bringing in out-of-season medals. This is obviously one of them. Hopefully that means we'll see the some of the other ones, like Toon Santa Sora, things of that nature. It'd be kind of cool to see those ones. But I guess we'll find out as we go forward. But as is normal when this comes out, we also get the 3,000 jewels for buying VIP. And you also get the 1,400 jewels for purchasing this VIP pack, which is good, plus the 4 versions of the Toon Santa Roxas. Who's actually, in case, another KH3 Kingmaker EX medal, which is part of the deal going through until we get all 7, I assume. You get the gym banner, or not gym banner, say gym event, which is okay too, and then more magic mirrors. So, pretty standard fare, but the fact that you get basically 2 different versions of a free medal, 4 of the Santa Roxas, 1 of the King Mickey, makes it a pretty good deal, because you're getting some pretty useful and powerful, not free medals essentially, but you're getting some powerful medals coming out of this for only $15. Plus the 4,400 jewels in total, which is always a great deal. You're getting real value out of this VIP this week. On the plus side of this one, though, I do want to talk about Santa Roxas, because he is an interesting medal once he's leveled up and ready to go. Even just by himself, even if you only choose to buy 1 pack of him, 1 week of him, which would be the one right here, we're only going to get 4. He deals 6 hits, and for 1 turn, he raises your upright strength by 1, your strength and your PSM strength by 7. Enemy countdown is unaffected, so he doesn't affect enemy countdown, which is pretty cool. And he fills 3 gauges. He's a single target medal, so he's a single target, he's a 0 gauge cost, and he actually has a pretty high multiplier for a buffer medal, so 8.49. Is he a replacement for Kyrie EX or Scrooge McDuck? That's kind of where you're going to get into this one, because it's a yes and no, but on the whole, he's an amazing alternative for you if you don't have those medals. The only downside to him is that he's not AoE, but again, you can kind of work around that slightly, because he raises your strength up there, so that's always a good thing to get a hold of. Mainly what you're looking for is that strength increase on you, on your character. The downside is there is no defense down of any type. There's no PSM defense down, there's no general defense down. But with the medals we have available to us nowadays, that's not as relevant, it's not as relevant as it once was in that type of medal for the most part. You can easily work around that and put it into your cycles. A good example being, depending on your setups. So you have Kyrie here, as that was an example there. Let's see. Yeah, here you go. Here's a good idea. This is a simple reverse setup. Well, simple reverse, I'm sorry. This is a reverse idea setup. But the main thing is that you could put Santa Sora here and have it copied by your copy medal, whatever one you have over there. That will give you all of your attack ups, and it'll give you your 3 upright attack up. The only thing is that when you're lacking in some attack up, because Kyrie gives 2, so you copy Kyrie or Shion, and they both upright or reverse by 2 per activation, so you get 6 in total. But again, you can always work around them with the medals. Again, right here, for instance, you can start working on it with like a Black King Riku. Over here, if you have Final Form Sora over there, you can utilize it right there and have that one go off for you. That basically have it like Shin copies it, so that's like 3, 4, 5, and then 6 by the time you hit your Final Form Sora. And then whatever spirit mode you have, like for instance, you have like a Warrior Light there, or you got lucky enough to get a Terra, put in slot 3, you could also get some upright defense down. Ooh. Sorry about that, guys. That's a Amber Alert. My bad, sorry about that. But in this separate here, for instance, if you're not going to be worrying too much about that aspect of it, you have your Santa Rosa right here being copied in some form or any of these two. And then if you have metal right here, slot 3, 4, and 5, going through it, for instance, they'll be copying Sephiroth. Sephiroth, wow. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't realize it was going off again. Okay, so Sephiroth lowers the defense lowers the defense of an enemy by 1 tier. So you can start lowering that way. He also lowers power-based defense by 3. So going into a power-based enemy, you can utilize that one. So basically, you'll get like ×3 negative defense down this way. There are other options you can utilize too. I don't think I have anything really set up for that at the moment, but yeah, you can use this one here, for instance. No, this just raises power base. Yeah, that's just a regular one. Lowers defense by 1. There are other metals out there too that do similar things that you can utilize going in there. Again, Tifa Air is a good idea too. This is going to lower target's defense by 2 tiers for 1 turn. So if you have it double casted or you're able to copy that one, you can start lowering your opponent's defense or your enemy's defense with this one, and it is AoE. You have other options going in there while you're doing this in order to make a better setup for you going through, so you don't actually need to have the defense down included in the metal. It's obviously it is partially what makes Kairi and Xion so worthwhile, that they do all that in one metal, which is why they're so sought after. But this is a workaround. If you didn't get Scrooge, because quite a few people do not get Scrooge or Duck, if you don't have a Kairi or a Xion just yet, this is a good workaround for you. This would be a great idea to utilize and to work into to give you guys the ability to keep up with players who do have those. So it's going to offer a lot of versatility coming out, and I think can be worked around really, really well. In particular, I'll actually be using this metal myself to display some more player-friendly setups, because this opens a lot of doors for me to do setups with that kind of thought process in mind. So I won't be using Kairi or Xion too much. I can use this guy instead, and try and work around different situations for those players who don't have a Kairi or a Xion. So I definitely like that one. But here is the big one, guys. Okay, Illustrated KH2 Riku EX Trait Metal Deal. So basically, we now have the Trait Metal system in the game. We knew it was coming because JP got it already. My only disappointment with this one is that we didn't get the Wayfinder trio, the Terra, Ventus, and Aqua metal version of this one. Like JP did. JP got all 4 of them in one go. I do hope we see the Wayfinder trio. I would like to try and get a few traits in those ones, especially since they're going to be guaranteed trait rolls. And since I don't have those metals traded, even if I only get 1 trait each of them, which I might do, is just having a trait on them regardless would be a nice start on that kind of thing, But these have good things and bad things to them. So let's go in with the bad first, and we'll end on a good note. The bad thing is that it's kind of twofold. It adds more RNG to the game, and it's going to put more of a gap between players in this game who pay to win and players who are free to play. Because it could be for players who pay to get 1 copy of the medal. Like I did with the Wayfinder trio. I got 1 copy of each medal. I didn't pull more times for more copies of them. I got 1 copy of each, and I was done. This kind of deal, and for several players, that was kind of what they did. They tried their 1 pull to see if they got it, which is great. They tried within 5 pulls, they got it. It was great. They tried. Someone got lucky and got multiples, which was great for them too as well. But this is going to go like, okay, well, you know what? If there's a mercy limit on the medal, for instance, or if I manage to get the medal within a time period, but I don't have any traits on it, well, now I know that I can come over here, look at this deal. That's probably going to come with the other medals more than likely. I mean, we're going to have to assume that. And I can wait, and I can get traits on these ones because I had the money to spend on the traits. I can get traits guarantee within 5 pulls, and I'll be set. I'm ready to go. You know, I'm gonna get traits on these medals, and this is gonna add more of a gap between players who are not able to do so, obviously. So that's gonna be a slight problem. And I don't think the gap is gonna really widen all of that much exactly, because at this point in time, if you're a player who spends that much money on the game already as it is, that gap is there regardless. And there's not much more of a distance you can get even with this trait deal as opposed to a player who is free to play or who is a casual player who only buys like VIP and that's it. But it does add that slightly into there. There's also the fact too that, you know, you kind of have to turn around and go, okay, this isn't even a falling price deal. It's not. It's a 3,000 pull deal, which I think if you're gonna do a trade deal like this one, it should be at least like 2,000 jewels. I think is more in line with what it should be, but it's not. It's 3,000 jewels, and it's another pull. So basically, you'll be spending 15,000 jewels to get a guaranteed trait roll on one of these medals. So, I mean, and then of course it's the RNG. You know, do you get the trait you want? If you're re-rolling traits, do you get the trait you want? You know, that's a factor in there too. It adds more RNG into an already RNG laden game like that, and is designed that some players can spend a lot of money on these things just to try and roll traits and still not get what they want. You know, that's a possibility, which is going to suck for a lot of players. But on the good side of these things, and on the pro side, it is an interesting idea here. So it is a mercy pull. You are guaranteed within 5 on the 5th pull at the bare minimum. Of course, you get the 3 magic mirrors, which is nice, but it does several different things. Number 1, it fills up 1 special attack dot. Number 2, it will roll the guilt bonus or the special attack bonus. It will, if you have a 5-orbed medal and you don't want to waste a Fantasia Mickey B, this is pretty much adding as a different version of a Fantasia Mickey B, because now you just roll that trait medal into it, and boom, you are able to guilt the medal. And if you already have the traits filled up, it can re-roll a trait. So you have another re-roll opportunity. That is kind of neat, and I can see where that can be somewhat desirable for a lot of players. You know, for instance, if you're sitting there and you go, okay, I like my Warrior of Light, I rolled 2 sleep resist traits on that one, along with Ariel. 2 sleep resist, guys. If I had the opportunity, I might actually try to get a copy of the Warrior Light trait version if it was available, to roll it in there in order to get something better than sleep resist. I would even take a HP plus 800 over a sleep resist trait on that. That's a nice thing. That's a possibility. It's a nice option to have available for that if you have the financial capacity to do so. So there's that one. I do like that you can reroll traits, you can reroll guilt, you can unlock the guilt initially. Those three things are actually very nice. One thing that does really engage me in too is that you can actually utilize it for high score challenges. In other words, if the medal, for instance, if Riku is going to be a 21% booster in the upcoming high score challenge, then you can get this thing in here, and you can theoretically have a 21% booster available. You can't do that more than one. It will only fit on the pet slot, and the pet slot only works because the pet slot doesn't count for towards your cost of the medal, your cost on your Keyblade. Because these things do have a cost, I think, like $999. So there's no way you can fit one on the Keyblade. This is not going to happen, except on the pet slot. But it can give you that extra percentage you may need in whatever percentage version we have. Be a damage contest, which isn't really applicable because they're only going to be like 1%, or in a high score challenge where it could be like a 21% booster or a 14% booster. Not that I would recommend doing that. There are very, 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 very few times I would ever say that is worthwhile to do so, unless it's going to be something like the Warrior of Light. Warrior of Light, I could kind of see somebody going, you know what, I am going to spend the 15k jewels to get a trait version of the medal, because it's guaranteed for sure, and essentially that would guarantee you a boosted version of the medal. I can kind of see that. I'm not sure if I do it myself, but I can kind of see the temptation to do it there, because that medal is exceedingly powerful. It is very, very useful. It is very versatile. It will do a lot for you. So trying to make sure you got like a boosted copy of that, and so you can roll 3 traits on that one. Okay, you know, that's an option. It's adding more options to the game like that. So I don't mind that aspect too much of it. That's actually a nice little touch to add to it. Not that I recommend doing it overall. Not that I would really do it myself per se. It'd be really, really hard for me to even justify ever doing something like that. But the option is there. And I do like the options from that one. And on top of that too, you guarantee a tier 6 or higher medal in this deal, so you're going to get some good value out of it, which I guess is why it's still 3,000 jewels instead of being high cap, instead of being 2,000 or anything else. And you can also get the World Institute R2 in this one, which is nice. But one thing to look at too as well is that you can actually get the Riku medal in this trait banner deal. So you're going to draw odds, he's right there, that 0.5, 0.429%. But you look at that, and then you kind of have to go over here to the actual deal, which is a falling price deal, and you see the odds, and it's a 1.11546% chance of getting Riku in this one, which may be why they started doing the double the drop rates on these deals. Maybe for now, and maybe that'll be like a more permanent thing with the trait medal being introduced, because you have a much better chance now of getting the featured banner medal than you used to have. And even though you can pull this one right here, who knows what you would get, right? So for instance, you can't get the boosted version in this one. The boosted version is the trait medal, essentially. That's what it is. The trait medal boosted, that 1.00858% chance. That's the chance you have of getting one before the 5th draw, the Mercy draw, and that'd be the boosted version of it. So if you really wanted a chance of getting the boosted one, you'd have to go into the other banner to get that one. But who's to say that it's a good chance you could pull 15 times, right? You could pull 15 times on the trait medal banner, get 3 of those trait medals, but no Riku. The chance is there, but there's also a good chance that you're not going to get it either. That's kind of the risk you're taking. And on top of that too, going into the other banner right here, if you go into the banner where the medal is actually at, if it is going to be 8% booster, then you can actually fit, 2 or 3 of this one on your Keyblade, as opposed to only 1 of these on your Keyblade. So if you've got 3 of them, only 1 of them is usable on the high score challenge. That's something else to consider as well too. So there are pros and cons to this trait medal deal. We'll see how it goes in the future. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it's utilized. It's too early. It's still too early to really tell, how it's really going to impact the game going forward. And it's something we're just going to have to wait and see about how it works out. But that's it, guys. That's my take on the banner. Right now, I'm not pulling from that one. I think it's a better value to pull from the falling price deal because you have a better chance of getting multiple Rikus out of the falling price deal, I think, than out of this trait medal deal. So, who knows, right? But yeah, that's it, guys. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. There we go. See ya.